battery life of Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's what's up today. You can argue that this is the most technically advanced Pokemon game yet. I'm actually enjoying it so far. I love how they changed it to an action RPG. There's a seamless transition between exploring the open world, gathering, catching Pokemon, and even battles. You spend a lot less time scrolling through menus, which I like, so it's definitely a move in the right direction for the franchise. From a technical standpoint, there are some shortfalls. First, the game runs at max 30 FPS, and even with that, there are some drops. It would have been nice if Game Freak made this game 60 FPS, you know, with that action RPG gameplay. Also, it would have been nice to actually see more Pokemon out and about in the fields. I guess the Nintendo Switch hardware may be limiting what they can do technically, and one way to check how hard a game makes the Switch hardware work is to check its battery life. Now, for context, here's the battery life of all previous Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch Lite, as well as the standard version to Nintendo Switch. 30 FPS is how all the other Pokemon games run on the Switch, but from a graphics standpoint and gameplay standpoint, Pokemon Legends Arceus is a leap forward. So I would expect it to make the Nintendo Switch hardware work the hardest and thus have the lowest battery life. Let's find out. I'm going to be testing on the Switch Lite, the standard version 2 Switch, and the Switch OLED. All three consoles are fresh, brand new, so that does make this a fair comparison. That's how I do all these tests on fresh, brand new consoles. They're all also at medium settings, so brightness at medium, sound at medium, and I am connected to Nintendo Online at all times. With the battery at 100%, let's get this test started. At the 1 hour mark, we got 75% on the Lite, 82% on the version 2 Nintendo Switch, and 81% on OLED. After 2 hours, 50% on the Switch Lite, 65% on standard, and 66% on Switch OLED. After 3 hours, there's 24% on the Lite and 44% on both the standard Switch and the Switch OLED. Switch Lite got the 1% warning at 3 hours and 49 minutes. And Pokemon Legends Arceus on the Switch Lite powered off at 4 hours and 4 minutes. The standard version 2 console got the 1% warning at 4 hours and 56 minutes. This is around the same time the Switch OLED got the 5% warning. At 5 hours, the standard Switch has 1% while the OLED has 4%. Switch OLED got the 1% warning at 5 hours and 8 minutes. The standard version 2 Nintendo Switch powered off at 5 hours and 14 minutes. Now the OLED's still going. It was at that 1% for quite some time. It powered off at 5 hours and 29 minutes. Here's a summary of Pokemon Legends Arceus battery life on each of the consoles. If you have the version 1 launch edition Nintendo Switch, you're probably going to see about 2.5 hours with this game. Some of you maybe even much lower than that depending on the state of your battery. Compared to other Pokemon games, Legends Arceus is on the lower end, but surprisingly it's not the worst Pokemon game when it comes to battery life. On the Switch Lite, it barely beat out Pokemon Sword and Shield by about 2 minutes. Here's how it compares to other popular recent games. A lot of information on this chart. I'm showing all three consoles and of course some of the more recent popular titles. Overall, this game does seem to work the Switch hardware fairly hard compared to some of these other games. Its battery life is definitely on the lower end. I guess maybe we do need a Switch Pro to run the next Pokemon game at 60 FPS and with a lot more Pokemon game running out and about. Anyways, that's it for today. Let me know if you're enjoying the latest Pokemon Legends Arceus so far. Even with its flaws, I think it's a step in the right direction and I'm actually enjoying the game so far. I hope for future games they just improve on this action RPG formula. But let me know what you think in the comments below and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.